Hello there. Bobo, the Bitcoiner, is back. Previously, at episode 101, I explained that Bitcoin is already a trusted global currency, right? Or trusted globally. But that is not good enough. To be used as a reserve currency, it must be a medium exchange for everyday use too, right? It must be a unit account. It must be a unit account to determine the market value of certain goods and services. A media exchange is something two people is willing to accept in exchange of something, right? So, fiat currency is a medium of exchange because the government said so, right? No problem, as long as the government handle it honorably, right? The moment the government abuse it, people lost trust. Just like Venezuela, Argentina, Spain, and worst of all now, in Europe and America. Trust is the only criteria people use fiat as a medium of exchange. And for that matter, any commodity, if used as a medium of exchange, it must be completely trusted by the people. We have US dollar now, but it has been losing trust globally. The first nil in 1971 when Nixon denounced US dollars, no more patch to the gold. The rest of the world was shocked, but no choice. And to continue to use it because it has been too much committed to it since 1944, Bretton Woods Agreement. Then reinforced by the petrodollar in 1971. Almost every international trade used US dollar, and which was further strapped to the SWIFT exchange. So when US start to print money, first to finance the war machine, then their corrupted financial system, the whole world has to grind their teeth to tolerate simply out of no choice as all trades are binded in US dollars. Now it's a question of when the world will claw out of this US prison. Countries like Russia and China already built their own trading platform in different medium of exchange instead of US dollars. So for any currency to be workable, it first must be trusted by the people of the world. It also has to be a convenient way, all right, for people to use every day. Bitcoin reached a trusted currency but not medium exchange yet. Actually, in the 2014, Bitcoin was used for payment already. Even Microsoft accepted Bitcoin payment back then. What happened then? When Satoshi invented Bitcoin, it was meant to be a platform for people to transact and transfer funds directly, saving time, cost, and most important, without third party. Therefore, get rid of any human or government manipulation. Coincidentally, Bitcoin was introduced immediately after the 2008 financial crisis, when US bank manipulate the mortgage loan, repackage the mortgage a few times, explode the value, and turn it into a subprime mortgage crisis. The effect was felt throughout the whole world. Satoshi Nakamoto's hope was to create a system whereby everybody is equal. Whether you are rich or poor, with or without power or influence, everyone play the same fair rule or protocol of Bitcoin ecosystem. The system does not care who you are, where are you, what color of your skin, are you powerful or not, young or old. everybody can participate in the ecosystem is simply a respectable human being, right? As long as you use the platform to transfer funds honestly, you have the equal rights as any human beings. In fact, the system makes sure you are honest and truthful. Otherwise, you simply cannot participate in the system, right? You will not be accepted. For example, if you own one Bitcoin, you can never be able to send more than one Bitcoin. The cryptographic hashing and mathematics take care of that with 100% perfect result every time. There's no chance of an error. The program is fixed and can never be changed. Proven from the early years and of course now 1000% accurate. After 13 years, not a single transaction has gone wrong. Not one valid transaction failed to go through. Nobody ever complained that they don't receive the right amount as they are supposed to receive through the system. Moreover, every transaction is recorded for everyone to see at any time. The record and ledger are permanently registered in the blockchain. Non-reversible, cannot be altered, cannot be removed, cannot be hacked even. So now, we have this perfect system. Why is it not adopted by everyone? Well, actually, two things. In 2014, many online begin to accept Bitcoin. You can say that was the beginning of Bitcoin being the medium of exchange. Then, two important incidents happened around 2013-2014. The first one was an online platform called Silk Road was clamped down by the FBI in US for selling all kinds of drugs online, both legal and illegal drugs. FBI clamped down Silk Road not because of Bitcoin, but the illegal drugs and some criminal activities. This is how Bitcoin got its name linked to illegal trading. Bitcoin price dropped sharply, of course. The second incident is Mt. Gox, the largest exchange at that time. 70% of the global Bitcoin was transacted over this exchange in Japan. Then in 2014, Mt. Gox was hacked. Many users lose their Bitcoin, causing another sharp drop in Bitcoin prices. You know, Bitcoin went as high as $1,000 before these incidents in December 2013. And after the two incidents, Bitcoin never recovered. Market was nervous and hesitant. Business prefer not to accept Bitcoin anymore due to its uncertainty. It took Bitcoin more than 3 years to return to $1,000 in February 2017. In fact, in actual fact, these two incidents had nothing to do with Bitcoin. Silk Road was make use of Bitcoin to do underground trade. At that time, people thought Bitcoin is an internet money that cannot be traced. People are very wrong. It is exactly because Bitcoin is so transparent in the blockchain that authority is able to trace the owner of Silk Road. Finally, when Mt. Gox was hacked, first impression of people's mind is, oh, Bitcoin kena hack. Jalan. Those days, even up to 2 years back, few people understand the difference between the exchange being hacked and Bitcoin blockchain being hacked. Crypto exchange is like a bank, you know. They keep the Bitcoin on your behalf. They cannot hack your Bitcoin, gone lah. That's why it is always advisable to keep the Bitcoin yourself. Nobody can hack your Bitcoin if you don't disclose your private key. Your Bitcoin is in the blockchain, and Bitcoin blockchain has never been hacked until now. Slowly, people start to understand, Bitcoin is not the problem, leh. See, 2014 to 2017, Bitcoin still work as its ecosystem has never been disrupted. Confidence start to return slowly. More new people start to buy in. In 2017, Bitcoin moved from $1,000 to $19,500 by December. Because of the huge rush in, a real problem arises in Bitcoin ecosystem. It cannot cope with the sudden demand. Transaction slow down. It takes longer time to process. The transaction fee also went up. Bitcoin becomes the victim of its own popularity. It grows too big too fast. That's caused the ecosystem to split into two camps. Right. The original core developer who maintained the 1 megabyte block refused to change. All right. The other camp want to increase the block size to 8 megabyte per block. Finally, they have what we call the hard fork. All right. This is what they call the hard fork. That means you go your way, I go my way. The core developer retain the Bitcoin brand, and the rebellious developer, with the support of some miner, form the Bitcoin Cash new name. Okay. So you see from here, the fork happened in August 2017. Bitcoin Core continue its path of 1 megabyte per block, whereas the other camp goes into another chain by themselves of up to 8 megabyte called Bitcoin Cash. Okay, the rest is history. Bitcoin has proven to be trusted coin since then. So no need to go into more detail on Bitcoin Cash. So the core developer prefer not to touch the original ecosystem. All right. Since Sedgwick already helped to increase more transaction into 1 megabyte block, let future developers come up with better way of increasing more transaction within the 1 megabyte block, off-chain or at level 2. Since the Lightning network has been developed, Lightning network is programmed in such a way that it does not touch the original core system. All right. It's an off-chain development commonly called level 2. In other words, it certifies and verifies all the transactions at the front end, all right, outside the Bitcoin chain. Lighten the bit size of each transaction, batch them into group, process them, then push it into the 1 megabyte block for the miners to do the final proof of work. By lightening the bit size, now a few 100,000 of transactions can be put into 1 megabyte block. And that is being mined compared to only 2,000 odd transactions after the Sedgwick. Lightning Network has been experimented recently at El Salvador and proven successfully, quick and almost no fee. All right. Recently, a $1 billion transaction was done, costing less than $1, and within minutes. We can now buy coffee with Bitcoin. In other words, the medium of exchange is possible now. Besides Lightning network, there are many other improvements like Taproots, which also improve the speed with added privacy. Many in the pipeline like RSK, Liquid, among many others. Okay. Some are exploring layer 3 even. So with Lightning Network now workable, why is Bitcoin still not being used as a medium exchange in the market yet? Simple answer. Statistic shows that 70% or more are Bitcoin holders for at least 6 months or more. They hold because they believe Bitcoin price will go up eventually, right? Who would want to buy a coffee with Bitcoin then? They don't even want to sell their Bitcoin. There's no reason they will use it. They are holding of Bitcoin for small everyday usage. So, despite Bitcoin already reached the status of medium exchange, people simply don't want to use their Bitcoin. They rather keep it. All right. So, as Bitcoin is very young, as you will see here, the technology already proven, adoption rate is only 2 to 3%. All right. Now, just imagine if we reach 5%, 10%, 25%, 50%, imagine what the price can be. You know, you look at this 2%, 5%, what the price can be. Just imagine yourself, okay? There's still another 5 to 10 years to go, I think, before Bitcoin reach maturity. The price then could be 100,000, 500,000, or $1 million even. Price will then be stabilized too. Or volatility will become insignificantly small. That's the time Bitcoin will be truly medium of exchange. And you will be using Satoshi instead of Bitcoin. So, trust plus medium exchange will be equal to global trusted currency. With Bitcoin, with US dollar trust down the drain, I suspect Bitcoin could replace it in 10 years' time. Not possible? With US digging their own grave, is dollar trust deteriorating faster than expected? It is not surprising the world prefers not to depend on US dollar anymore. It is also impossible for another fiat currency to replace US dollar. So, is there any other choice other than Bitcoin, which is neutral, transparent, trusted, and reliable? Think of it, my friend. Think. I may be speculating, but it's really truth. It's really possible, right? Okay. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. See you next time. Bye-bye.